how much energy do we all have?
Yeah, I mean, the fact is that our energy is not unlimited.
No, it's like if you think of a battery, when it's charged, charged, but then it needs to be recharged.
It does need to be recharged, or like a currency, we can think of it.
So in this episode of Get Real with the
English Sisters,
we are going to be talking about that.
Yeah, how not to waste your energy and how to utilize it to the best of your abilities.
Exactly. So let's get going. Please do follow us and subscribe and come and see us on YouTube too, because it really does make a difference. We're growing week by week.
We are growing, and
we're so grateful. We've recently had our 100th episode, and that was amazing.
That was that, yeah.
And it's all thanks to you that listen in and tune in every week.
Right then, so I mean, what's that old English saying? You're barking up the wrong tree.
What?
Are you barking up the wrong tree? You know.
Are you barking up the wrong tree?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means, are you? What does it mean? It's obvious what it means. I mean, it's like a dog.
It's an English thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, you know, you imagine a little dog and he's barking up the tree because he wants to catch the bird, but the bird is on the other tree laughing. It's like a little cartoon, you can imagine it. So the dog is barking up the wrong tree, which he thinks it's the right tree because he wants to catch the bird.
But the bird's not there.
The bird's not there. The bird or whatever his prey is on is somewhere else. So I think a lot of times in life we can go barking up the wrong tree, and you know we can use a lot of energy on something that perhaps is not. Yeah. There's no point, or it's just simply the wrong tree. I
remember when I used to clean the house, I would do it all in one go.
What house? Your
house.
Okay.
And I would get really exhausted, and all my energy would be completely depleted, and then I wouldn't have the energy to go out or get ready or do anything.
No.
Whereas now I've learned to use my energy wisely, and I might just clean the bedroom or do a little bit of the one floor.
Yeah.
Even before, when I used to get the mop out, like the cleaning instruments out for you that don't know
utilities.
What a mop is.
Yeah.
Like the washing cloths and things. I used to think, I filled the bucket now, I should do the whole house.
Yeah.
But now I don't. I just do one.
You've learned how to pace yourself.
Then I might use the water in the garden or something, not to waste it.
Oh yeah, obviously. But yeah, that is so true. A lot of the times you have given a very practical example.
Well, that's just a basic thing because it can also become overwhelming if you use all your energy in one place as well.
In one place or on one person, perhaps. It depends, you know, because we could be talking about this in multiple areas of your life. You could be using up all your energy in the workplace, for example, and it might not be the right place for you. At that moment in time in your life, it might not be the right place. So, you know, like think about it wisely. Imagine that your energy is like money in the bank, or like what you said, a battery. Sometimes even if you recharge it, the battery gets old.
Yeah, and
it doesn't work that well anymore.
Batteries, once they reach a I mean, once you get to like 30%, you think, I better turn all the apps I don't want off.
Exactly.
You put it on low battery mode, don't you? And you turn everything off that you don't need. So maybe in life we can all learn to do the same. Just turn off all the
unnecessary
stuff that we don't have to do that day.
Yeah, all that noise that's going on as well. All the unnecessary
other people's requests that they're demanding of your energy and your time, and it might not be necessary for you to do that.
You might not have to do it today, or maybe even tomorrow, the things you can put off. I mean, not that we're encouraging you to procrastinate, but however, we are encouraging you to think wisely about the time that you have in your life, because...
Exactly, because it's finite, isn't it?
It is. It's... We've reached a certain age that we've understood this now, and perhaps we always have had a little bit more of a understanding because we had... our mum had us when she was already quite, she was 42 when she had me, and she would often say things like that would make me think about life, wasn't sort of like forever, etc. But, bit of doom and gloom. But, however, it does make you think about your time.
Well, yes.
And the time you have, yes.
on the we have each day, but each day finishes. And then it's the next day.
And then it's the next day.
And if we're finishing the day where we're absolutely exhausted and overwhelmed and we haven't even got time to recharge our batteries, because we might not even be sleeping that well because we're so exhausted. Because once you get over exhausted, then it's hard to unwind because your body's full of chemicals, isn't it? Like adrenaline, cortisol, stress chemicals.
That is true.
And you find it harder to unwind and get a good night's sleep.
I think it's okay if that's for a limited time, like you're doing an internship or something, and there's like a particular time in your life where it's going to be a little bit crazy and you're going to have to give it all and that. But we're not really talking about those particular times where you might have to, put all that energy in. It's when it's just like every day you find that you are using up all your energy. And then you begin to feel depleted, don't you? Yeah. And that's when it's no good.
Especially if at the end of the day you think it wasn't even that worthwhile.
Exactly. You want to invest your energy.
People have so many demands on you that they might expect you. You might think that they want you to do so much, but then even if you just produce like a third of that, they're still happy with you because they know you've done your best. As long as you're doing your best.
Yeah, you're
doing your best, but without, killing yourselves, without trying
using up all of your energy, all of your currency. Yeah. What you want to do with this energy is to put it into places that are going to help you grow mentally. Put it invest your energy as though it was the most precious thing you had, because honestly, it really is the most precious thing. It's your life source. It's your life. Your energy is your life. So you have to think, I'm going to invest it in something, funnel it. You might have to invest it into things that you might not like that much, but then always leave a little bit of time and invest it into something that's going to help you grow. Exactly. Something that makes you feel good.
Well, yeah, I suppose that goes along with
makes you happy. Ultimately, and things that make you happy. Because I think if you're all...
I don't know if it's just about happiness, because it's things that give you satisfaction as well.
And make you grow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Growth and happiness, and a lot of the times when you're happy, you're also learning.
And it's like all about well-being, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about feeling good and having enough energy to
be able to produce the things that you want to produce. Because when you're depleted and when you don't have enough energy levels, as you all know, you just you're not in a good place.
No, really, and then you'll get home, say if it's during the day, and you'll get home and you won't have time for your partners if you have a partner, and if you don't, for yourself, you won't have time for yourself or for your family or for your friends.
Yeah, relationships that need cultivation.
Exhausted.
They need, and that's one of the things where I do, really advise you invest your energy into relationships and friendships just as much. A friend, somebody you love, that's a really wise thing to invest in. If you've got limited currency, put some of that currency into your friendship, into your relationships. Make sure that there's enough of your energy to be able to say, sure, I'll hang out with you, or I'll phone you and I'll have a, whatever you want, a meal together.
That's so important.
That's really important, because if you're just investing all your time into one thing, sure, you might make your business grow exponentially, but ultimately,
what do you have left?
Yeah, you've got to think, you don't just want to be an outer shell. You want to have your emotions and your needs met as well on an emotional level. Yes. It's important. Otherwise,
that's why so many millionaires are unhappy.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not,
It
but
is
is that true?
Well, they're probably as equally as unhappy as people.
I think exactly the same as the rest of the normal population. They go through the same kind of emotions.
But you would think they wouldn't be, because they have everything they would need. And because maybe they're investing their time in making millions and not investing their time enough in family and
a lot
friends.
Of the times it's more about the business, especially when you're growing a business, or, that's when you've got to realise, hey, some of my time also has to be invested. It's a classical...
It's a classical thing,
It's a classical wheel, isn't it?
Yeah.
The wheel. Is everything okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I see you giving me suspicious looks.
No, I was just wondering.
Yeah, it's a classical wheel, isn't it? Play, work. What was it? I'm going to say fun again, but that's play.
Play is fun.
Yeah, I know that. What was it? What's that wheel that, that you're supposed to divide your day? Come on, that chart thing. Where you work, you play, and you, I don't know. Let's say you invest time in with cultivating relationships. I've just invented that, but that's. I think that is.
Are you talking about work-life balance?
Yeah, that's. It didn't come to mind now. That
I just kept thinking of the pyramid, the food pyramid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, work-life balance wheel. That wasn't. That's a modern thing.
Yes, that's probably a thing. The energy you have to invest into everything, into work,
that's right.
Into your life,
into sports, into whatever
fitness.
Yeah, sports and fitness. But yes, all of it together. So definitely, think about what you're doing and how much of your day you're actually investing your energy into with things that you really do think they're making you grow.
I would like to add as well that you invest in recharging.
All right, yeah.
So
time
you
alone,
invest time if you find it alone, or into meditation or yoga or into your fitness, whatever you find recharges you, because some of the things that you do will recharge you. If you're spending times with friends, and that recharges you.
Yeah, like a recharging time. That's also, because that is going to boost up your energy levels, isn't it? Definitely, yeah. Sometimes I forget to do that.
Do you?
I just go into work mode.
I'm very good at that.
Yeah, I know you are. Yeah, I know.
I probably place a lot of importance on it.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you do, yeah. It is lovely, though. I mean, I do think now I should be especially after this podcast that we've actually done about energy and saving energy, I'm going to be a little bit more aware of it. Sometimes I am rather exhausted that the only thing I can think of doing is just putting on, Netflix. And that's it. And that does recharge me to a certain extent, but it doesn't, I don't feel like, some of the programs do make me grow, because I watch and I observe and learn.
Do they energize you?
No, I don't really think that much.
And some of them actually deaden you, I think. Some of the stuff you can
end up watching, it's like,
it can be a bit depressing, or it can be, it can be it can cause some anxiety as well, some of the programs.
Well, I try not to watch the ones that are going to give me anxiety, but eventually anything can give you anxiety.
Exactly.
It really is just how you are in that state of mind. So, obviously, if you're going to watch something creepy or something, I avoid all of those.
So do I, but even the ones that are maybe not, then that they don't seem to be but they have problems in them that can seep into your unconscious mind, and then you can. It's not like saying playing a nice game with your partner, say.
No, like even those games, that game that we all played together.
Yeah,
a board game
playing a board game or something, that just actually does relax you.
Yeah.
And or even if it's not a board game, if it's a game online, but something
what
you
I
find
like about board games is the being togetherness. That's what I enjoy more about.
Cup of tea.
Yeah, it's just all being together. That's what I enjoy more than the actual game or winning.
No, you don't like them much.
No, I don't like them much, but I do like all being together.
Good at them, though.
Am I? I don't know. I was rubbish at that jigsaw thing. Mind you, it's the first time I'd played it. It was like a weird little game.
Played it.
I don't know what it's called. What's it called? You had it at home.
Is it called casson? No,
something like a French name, but
yeah.
Anyway, I'm not sure what it was.
It's an area, I think, in France.
Look, I don't know what it is, but you got it and you brought it here, and it was fun. It was nice to be together and to do. And I like seeing, like, you know, the different aspects of my husband as well. When I watch him, how he enjoys
how
it,
happy he was,
and how happy he was. Yeah, I get enjoyment from that, and that does recharge me. So I think doing, because once again, I think it's something slightly different that kind of recharges me.
Well,
not always the same
novelty,
thing.
Isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. That was a bit of a novelty because we don't normally play. We don't normally play board games.
I think
except for
if you
Christmas.
switch things up a bit, you get energized. Even though you might not want to, say you might not want to go to that concert or go.
Oh gosh, yeah. Then you get lazy.
You might not want to go with your friends to the park or whatever because you say, "Oh, I'm so tired." But then in the end, when you're amongst nature,
you got to think about it that you're investing energy into something that's going to be good for you ultimately. Even though at that moment in time you think, "Oh, I'm exhausted. How can I invest more energy into this? This is going to make me feel even tired, more tired."
Now
but
that
it
you
doesn't.
said that, I remembered when I was really exhausted because Mum and Dad weren't well. They were both very
that was
practically
mentally
terminally ill. And my husband said, "You should go to the gym."
And you nearly bit his head off.
Joking? I thought, that's all I need. Are you mad?
Yeah.
What the heck are you saying?
It was almost offensive for him
I
to
was
say that.
offended.
Yeah,
I was upset by it. How do you, on earth do you think I've got the time or energy to go and do that?
You had the young kids as well.
And then afterwards I thought about it and I thought...
And you did join it.
I thought there's nothing stopping me, and I did. And it did give me so much relief.
It did, yeah.
Because first of all, I was meeting new people and just
getting out,
and then getting fit, and then just the exercise was actually really helpful.
Yeah, the Pilates. You started with Pilates.
Yes, it energized me so much.
It does, yeah. Well, you would think no, it
and
wouldn't
you would
energize
think it'd be
you.
the opposite. No, I haven't got time for that. It's just far too much. I've got too much on my plate. I'm not doing it. That's what my reaction was.
Yeah. That's why sometimes your brain can like fool you into things. So you can't listen that much.
No.
You got to be... Because your brain might be saying, no, you just want to chill and watch television and get away from it. But no, really, you've got to think, shall I listen that much, or should I go against what I think is natural?
Yes.
And do something that, I think you've got to go against it sometimes.
Sometimes you do. Like with working out, I always feel better after.
Yeah, that's your mantra.
That's my mantra.
Yeah.
So I just go and do it anyway. But now I already know that. But then in those days, I just thought I'd never be able to do that. And I did do it, and it was fine. Yeah. And it was not fine. It was amazing. It energized me, and it made me feel a lot better.
It gave you a new dimension to life, and it helped you with the stress, especially because you lived with Mum and Dad. Yeah. I was lucky. I mean, I still had all of the same problems. Obviously, we're sisters. But I was in a different home. So you were actually living with them. So it was much more intense.
Anyway,
yes.
Put your energy in the right place.
Into a place that's going to energize you and give you vitality. So invest wisely.
Invest in yourself.
Invest wisely, yeah. Invest in yourself, absolutely.
Let us know what you think.
And get
love and smiles from the English sisters. Bye-bye.